Hello, how y'all doing? It's Devorjae. This is another episode of Truth 7. And on this episode, I'm basically going to give more insight and connect things to all these deaths that have been happening within the jail cells. As you guys know, basically with me being a higher aware conscious being, I don't watch TV a lot. I'm not, it's just when I go outside and I hear people talking about this stuff, I have to go and do my research. And with me connecting the dots and trying to put the truth out to many people and get them to understand, because I get comments and questions every day. And I help people every day with realization of things. And that's my reason for even having this channel. So, and it's the perfect time for me to put out all this information so I can try to get you guys' awareness up. Now, I get questions of people really ask me like, well, how is this not real and whatnot? And I've explained this in the Sandra Bland video, and y'all can go watch that. But I explained it more in depth in the Charleston shooting video. And because you guys have to understand, when it comes to the Charleston shootings, Sandra Bland, Sandy Hook, 9/11, when it comes to national catastrophe, national events that are put out to the masses, to the point that's something that everyone has in their minds talking about, realizing that these are hand-picked stories that they are choosing to put out to you guys. And knowing that things happen every day only due to something that has put up on a higher scale or mass. This is all it is. The best way I can describe it for you guys is monkey see, monkey do. So when it comes to a Sandra Bland case, a Kindra Chapman, Joyce Curnell, Ralkina Jones, and Red Turner, knowing that all five of these women within the month of August, July, I think one has just happened in August, but all five in July, happening around the U.S. continent, from the south, one in the north, one in the east, one in the west. If you want to look at it as a ritualistic standpoint, you can, but there's many levels to it. If you want to think of it as, oh, they're actually slaying these women, in which they're not, they aren't. These are put out to be, and this is to increase the animosity, and to increase the fear, and to keep the flow within the martial law, and still have the conscious attack within the more darker melanated people. It's all starting at a conscious level, as I always will keep saying. And so I can basically break down the realism of it, because people, like I said, people, well, what do you mean? This is definitely real. There is a reality to it because it is happening and it is displayed on a screen for you to see. It's a reality to it. There was a reality to 9/11, but was 9/11 real? No. Are any of these things real? No. When you look at I don't watch TV a lot. When you look at Bad Girls Club or a soap opera or any of these things, there are times, you sit there and you're thinking they're playing, and this goes into something else I'm going to have to talk about. These things in the TV are displayed out for people to look at and get these messages, and kind of people feel like they have to live their lives like that and recur these messages within their lives into their actual living of their reality. Because speaking to someone in higher awareness, understanding that life is already an illusion, there's illusions within illusions, and this is what these messages and frequencies through the TV feed you. And there are a lot of people who live the same lives that they even see on the TV screen, thinking that it's real, or that's how they're supposed to live. Because, example, it's basically high intuition or psychic ability, however you want to tell it. But I go around the streets, I do it all the time. But basically knowing that 90% of melanated beings are brought up the same way, that's why I can tell a lot about a person already, because it's just a recurring traditional views and values that they keep living and living out. So, when I say there is a reality to these situations because they're trying to enforce ideas within your reality, but the reality that they're being set, the movie, the play that you're first seeing when it's first brought up, when it's first brought to the attention, no, it isn't real. It's acting. It's people placed there for reasons, at exact times, for the reason to act out a plan to be viewed and televised, and then to say, okay, this is good. The production companies around, like, wait, this is good. You can look at it as production companies, and then on the other side is the beings say, yeah, this is good, put this out, display this. And if y'all don't know, most reporters, they are dealing with the hierarchies, and they are contracted to put this information out to you. So it gets very tiring, and it's very silly to talk about, and it's silly to watch just to see it just popping up and people be so sporadic and have such an animosity built up about it, and not realizing that it carries over into the everyday life. So you see these little crimes happen across your street because it's monkey see, monkey do, and they know that. Lead the sheep and they'll fall off the bridge because they've been told to. And so that's I hope that's what I really wanted to hit on with this video. I'm gonna put it as decoding basically all of these prison deaths or jail cell deaths, because you can go to my Sandra Bland video, you can go to all my videos, and I'm pretty much breaking down how all this stuff is working. But I really just want people to see past the veil and live a happy life just as I do, just as I can, noticing and knowing that those people are trying to build up a fear or an animosity within you due to what you perceive through these two that goes through in the middle of your third eye. And only due to how you have that open, you can see past the physical two eyes and get to that. And that's what that's all about. And I'm welcome to more questions, and I'll just leave some more comments down in that box if you want, because I answer questions. So I'm going to be respectful and nice. And I know when people hear a lot of these things, this is where as you become a higher awareness being, you can separate logic and reason from feeling emotion. Feeling emotion is instant. Logic and reason takes time to get to the head to organize it and compartmentalize and put it out into what it will mean on physical paper or in the physical. But someone can hear my voice, hear me talk about this stuff, or they can actually see the footage of these jail cell things, these people saying, oh, I don't want to die in jail, but they end up dying in jail, and they can feel instantly the emotion, no, it's wrong. But there are some people who carry that feeling all the way up into their brain and look at everything and put the pieces together to see past the veil, to know that obviously you have to think about it before you look at this Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible, something. I'm just throwing out movie names. You see the movie on screen, but you don't see it filmed. Tom Cruise waking up, brushing his teeth, reading the script, talking to certain people, signing. You don't see all the behind the scenes stuff, and that's what you have to notice and realize by the behind the scene things. And I've already said in these videos, it's no matter how you look at it. If you want to look at this and hear what I'm saying and still believe what you believe and feel what you feel and be like, oh, it's bullshit, this shit is real, it's happening, they out to kill us, they're coming back here, just understand time doesn't exist. This has been going on forever, and within shifts this happens a lot. You have to look at it, and when I talk about shifts also, you can look at that video. You have to realize maybe 120 to between 200 years ago, shifts happen often a lot. So when it came to us being in slavery, and us also, I'm saying us as Moors from many ages going within and out of slavery, these same things were happening even when, for the reason being only for paper, when more melanated beings were having certain rights, they were still getting lynched, they still were getting hung, and they were still going through these tactics of control. So I hope I'm able to reach to a couple of you guys' conscious mind, and for you guys to really understand that you shouldn't fear this, and you shouldn't let this really build up any anxiety or animosity towards you, because there are a lot of empathic people, and an empathic person can be anyone because they can just feel for things a lot, and it can really well annoy them. But empath is all about feeling. You have to bring it to your conscious mind and rationalize and organize it and seek for truth and find the evidence. And that's why there are people here for that, such as me, which is Truth 7. I give all this information to you. Alright guys, if you have any comments, like I said, leave them in the box, and look at my other videos. Look at my Charleston shooting video and the SANDRA land video, where I fairly explain what's pretty much going on. Alright guys, have a good day. Love.